Ladies and gentlemen, Golfweek Amateur Tour proudly presents Golfweek Amateur Tour, the podcast, talking about all things Golfweek Amateur Tour, including interviews with tour directors, players, and course professionals. Now here are your hosts, Tim Newman and El Paso Las Cruces Tour Director, Chris Rocha.
Welcome back, bud.
Yes, sir.
This
Feels like...
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, we record like the whole show in one day, and then it seems like forever before we record the next one. But it's good to see you. I see you're remote this time.
Yeah, I'm up in Maryland with grandkids. Just had a new granddaughter. She's now a little over 2 weeks old, which is really pretty awesome.
Yeah.
We're heading home here in a couple days and bringing the two oldest grandkids back with us. They'll be with us for a couple weeks. So, you know, I'm going to get a whole month with grandkids. So you know how much I love that.
Yep. You give the mamas a break while she has to deal with the new baby.
Exactly.
That's what grandparents are for. That and chocolate.
Well, if I could get them to understand, the moms to understand the chocolate piece, my life would be a lot easier.
Good luck.
So we didn't get a chance to talk about this, but you know, this episode is episode number 100 for us.
I was gonna. I know we were getting close.
Yeah.
It's just they fly so fast that we forget, or I forget how far we are. But 100 episodes is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, it's if you look on Apple, it actually says this will be 102, but it counts the trailer and then the one that we redid. We reposted the same episode twice. So this is actually episode 100. And you know, we couldn't do this.
So
get this far along without our listeners, our followers, and the support of everybody. So
yep, that deserves a couple of these. I don't know if they'll come through or not, but it deserves a couple of those.
Well, we'll see. If they're in there, I'll leave them alone. But we're also this episode. We're also going to, we've been talking about regional winners, but we got to take a break just because there's something in the water in Texas in July.
Yeah, it's been June, July has been some great golf in Texas. Can't complain.
I mean, some really low scores, and that's what we want to talk about today. We got a couple of Champ Flake guys who went low. One on we'll call it a day and a half event, and then you had one in your event that went pretty low as well. So we're going to talk to them.
Yeah, I mean, it's just fitting. You know, you brought up the 100th event. You know, we have two guys from the best state in the country. Texas goes big, and apparently we did in golf as well.
You want to see? Hold on. I got somebody who wants to see. This is Teddy. Say hi, Teddy.
What's up, Teddy?
Say hi. This is my youngest grandson.
Second youngest now.
Say again?
Second
he's the
youngest.
youngest grandson. We had a granddaughter. So I've got Alice, who's 6. I've got... Oh. You want to come back up? I've got Ben, who's 4, Teddy, who's 2, and then Janie, who's 2.5 weeks.
Lucky you.
But yeah, so he's going to be running around, but that's okay with me. So let's not make our first guest wait too long as we're showing off grandkids. Let's go ahead and bring in Mason Aldredge from the
Dallas-Fort
Worth Tour. And you know what? There we go. There he is. Hey Mason, sorry it took so long.
Right. Sorry, guys. No problem at all.
This is our 100th episode, and it seems like every episode I can't figure out how to bring people back. I know how to get you out, but I can't figure out how to get you back in. So thanks for being patient with us.
No problem at all.
So you're from the Dallas Tour, and you guys sell out every event.
Yeah,
which is
we
amazing.
do have a pretty large presence in the DFW Metroplex, and we do play some really, really fun courses week to week. So there's a lot of eyes and a lot of attention that go on the DFW tour.
Mm-hmm. And being in the champ flight, I'm sure there's plenty of stiff competition week in, week out.
Absolutely. I think we pretty much suit up about 20 to 30 champ flighters, which is, I took a quick look around on the other tours on Golfweek, and that's pretty packed.
Yeah, it is. It is. You know, when you look at the tours across the country, I'm glad you brought that up. You know, the tours that have good solid champ flight tours are some of our biggest tours, and you know, the more champ flight guys, just like it doesn't really matter champ flight or whatever flight, the more guys that you have in that flight competing, the better the competition is.
Right. Agreed.
So, but you had a really good weekend a couple weeks ago. That's why we wanted to have you on. And that, in the intro, I said we'll call it a day and a half event because it should have been a 2-day event. It was combo with North Louisiana. With y'all had like almost 200 people. That's amazing.
Yeah, I think we ended up having around, like, I want to say it was 198 or something like that. Yeah. But yeah, it was a packed house for that tournament.
Yeah, double shotgun event. And we say, just so everybody understands, double shotgun means they had a morning wave and then they had an afternoon wave. You know, for 2 days. You know, I think the only tours that have done that, we did it for regionals, and
yep.
I know Lyle has done it in Virginia Beach on a number of occasions, and Dallas is the only other tour that does it. So those are long days for tour directors, but the players love it because, you know, the skin spot must have been huge.
Yeah, it was large. Unfortunately, I didn't get any of the super skins because you had to hit one really, really good shot and hope that nobody else does. But we did actually have 2 super skins go out, one on the first day and one on the second, worth around $3,100.
How about that?
Yeah, it was a very expensive golf shot that those 2 guys made.
That's awesome. At $3,100, that's great. But let's talk about you for a second. Over the, you know, it was rain shortened, which kind of sucks because you were on a roll the second day. We'll get to the second day in a minute here, but you shot a combined 9 under through 27 holes. With one, I believe it was 1 bogey. If I look at the score sheet, I think you had a bogey on
14, I believe.
14 of day 1. So you went 13 holes, 15 holes. Excuse me, 13 holes, bogey, and then another 12 holes without a bogey. That's amazing.
I appreciate that. Yeah. It was pretty, just kind of to lay out how day 1 went. It was probably one of the most stress-free rounds of golf that I've had to date. Honestly, kind of feels weird saying this out loud, but didn't really get a whole lot of putts to drop. I just was hitting fairways and greens and 2-putting most of the day. And I think 3 of my, I want to say 3 or 4 of my birdies came from just par 5s, fairway green, 2-putt. So, yeah, just stayed out of trouble a lot.
So I don't like bringing up the negative, but what happened on the bogey? I mean,
so I don't know if you guys know this, but Tempest GC is my home course.
Okay.
And 14 is the nemesis hole. Every time I'm playing decently well, I always bogey or double 14. And 14 is just one of the, it's funny. If you go out there and play it for the first time, you're looking at it and, okay, there's not much going on. There's obviously some trees right, trees left. But I mean, fairly wide fairway. And the green is pretty big. Doesn't look like a hard hole, but it's a mental block, I guess. I get up to that tee shot and I always fan it, or I do something stupid coming into the green. So honestly, to just make bogey on that hole kind of felt okay. But yeah, in hindsight, it was a bogey that I could afford, so it worked out.
Well, I mean, it's very rarely do you ever get through a round without a mistake. I mean, and that's even the best golfers in the world. And then when you go and you look at day two, again, rain shortened.
High birdies. Hold on. Before you keep going, how bad was the rain? Let's be honest.
I mean, sideways. It was. We were very convinced that we were not going to even get 9 holes in. I think we were all shacked up in the clubhouse for probably. We were supposed to go off at 1:30, and the rain finally stopped at like 3:30. So it felt like 2 hours of just raining straight sideways, and nobody thought we were going back out. But Randy, our head pro out at Tempest, drove the course, and we've got some pretty good drainage. So we were able to go out and play. Our flight played the front 9, and I think the C and D played the back. And yeah, I was surprised that we were able to play, and we got out there, and it was very soggy, obviously, but it was playable.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Thanks, Rips. Appreciate it, but the A and B flight got all their 18 in, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
so
they got done. They got done right when it started to kind of look a little questionable.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's good. So when you get out there, obviously it was soggy, but you started off with 3 pars, then went 3 birdies, parred again, and then birdie. So 5 under through 9 holes. You were on pace to having a really a career round.
Definitely, yeah. It's kind of funny because if we look at the last couple of majors that I've played in, I think I've had the lead in 2 of them going into day 2. So I kind of just woke up that morning, went to church, and then kind of took my time, went out there, tried to get to the first tee, and think, the last couple times that I've been in this situation, I've played very kind of scared and tried to be strategic, but it ended up just being safe golf, and I let people catch me. So I kind of went out that day and just said, if I'll figure out if the swing feels good on 1 and 2, and if so, we'll just fire at everything.
There you go.
And fortunately woke up and the swing was feeling great, and I think I made 1 mistake on 3 and got up and down, and that just kind of told me green light, let's go. And then just, pretty much fired at every pin from then on out.
That's awesome. That's the key to it anyway. As Chris, as we've talked to champ flight players, it doesn't seem that their mentality really changes from round to round, right? It's be smart. It's go for the ones that you can go for, pick your spot, hit your spot, and minimize mistakes, as opposed to, and again, I'm not putting down any other flight, but you look at D flight, we're gonna grab driver, we're gonna swing away, and hope and see what happens. Maybe if you start thinking, being a little bit more intentional about what you're trying to do, that's going to help bring those scores down.
Right, totally agreed. And kind of the one thing, like you said, it's normally just one game plan. The one thing I've been working on this year is to try to obviously you're not going to go out there and swing it great every single tournament. And the one thing that I've been thinking of this year and trying to implement into my game is I need to get out of my way if I am swinging it well. I need to allow myself to take it deep if I am swinging it well. So fortunately, I got to put that into practice on day 2. But I used to really just try to still be safe when I was hitting it straight. I was hitting draws when I wanted to, fades when I needed to. And it really didn't help me. I mean, that would still be kind of a round that people could catch up to if I was in the lead going into day 2. And then, it was nice to put that into practice and just say, you know what, if it's there, use it.
Yeah. So I see you on tour, you've got a number of 67s, but what's your lowest round ever?
My lowest round ever. Good grief. I would say I've shot a couple of 63s. I shot a 63 out at the Cascades Country Club where they hold the Texas State Open. I used to live out there, and it was kind of just my home course for a little while. And then my partner and I out at Tempest, we go play in the Golf Digest Open every year. And I actually last year shot a 63 out at Buffalo. I think it's Buffalo Creek in Rockwall, kind of near Dallas. So yeah, that's about as deep as I can take it right now, especially with a 1-year-old at home, and I don't get to go out and practice a whole lot anymore. But yeah, it's
wow.
If it's there, it's there. But yeah, I don't know if 59's in the cards for me. So
well, even still, maybe a couple 63s to not even. Yeah, I know what my lowest round ever was. I mean, it was 72, and I remember it. But I think that's also something that is different between the really good golfers and us, Chris. We know what our low round was. We know everything about it. And champ flight guys, it's like just like a normal day. Huh? Okay, so I had a couple 63s, I think. Maybe 62. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's definitely didn't feel like a normal day in the moment. And I actually was given some good advice by a fellow competitor that, if you're thinking that you're about to break your best round, you're not going to do it. So it's just best to try to forget about it in the moment and focus on the exact window that you want this shot to go in.
Right.
And if it's focusing on the putt to break a number, you're probably going to miss it. If you're focusing on the putt just because you want to make it, it's more likely to go in. So it's more of a mental battle than it is, or than I previously thought before that advice.
Have you ever tried to do like U.S. Open qualifiers, things of that nature?
I've never tried a U.S. Open qualifier, but I mean, I was gonna do it, and then our baby was born like the day of, so I had to cancel last year. But I've tried, Dallas Amateur, I've tried the Texas Amateur, Texas Mid-Am, and then this actually next week is the Texas State Open, and I'll be competing in that for the second time in a row, so that's exciting. Well, but no U.S. Open or anything like that. I don't know if I'm quite there yet.
Oh, you're selling yourself short, Mason, and that's this is one of the things that I do is if we tell ourselves that's who we become, right? And that's part. I mean, you shot a couple 63s, you can't even remember them. You're good enough. Give it a shot. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? You'll shoot 150. I mean, so what?
Enough.
So what? Right?
150 is the same prize as missing the cut by one.
Exactly. So. Exactly. So give it a shot. What's your favorite course that you played on tour?
That I've played on tour? It's I'm biased, so I want to say Tempest. But I think a couple of years ago we played down at Barton Creek for one of our majors.
Okay.
And that place is incredible. That was definitely one of the most fun golf tournaments that I've ever been a part of. Just 2 days of living on a resort and playing some of the most creative golf courses you've ever seen. So that place is amazing.
Well, you say that, and I'm going to tell you, you need to get to Hilton Head for national championship. That's
I was actually down there a couple of months ago for a family vacation, and I can't remember exactly which courses that the national championship plays, but we played Atlantic Dunes while we were down there.
Oh, that's a good course. Mm-hmm.
That was a surreal experience.
Yeah, we do. There's with senior regional plays Atlantic Dunes, where Golfweek played Harbortown, and I know we played Atlantic Dunes in national championship a few times. But I think I can't. You know what? And I don't have them pulled up yet. But the courses that Champ Flight's playing this year for national championship, there's going to be some low scores. Real low scores.
I have it right here. Golden Bear Friday, Arthur Hills, Palmetto Dunes Saturday, and then Robert Trent Jones Sunday.
Yep. There's going to be some
All
more
right.
scores. So, well, Mason, thank you so much for spending some time with us. I'm glad we didn't hear any boss man come in. You made it through. Look around.
Yeah, again, I think I kept the computer volume down just low enough to be able to still hear you guys, and then no one else hear that I'm maybe or maybe not working.
So have you done this before with other things? I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Never.
No idea what you're talking about.
All right, buddy. You take care of yourself. And again, thanks for joining us and good luck the rest of the year. And we'll see you in Hilton Head.
All right. Thank you so much. Right. Thanks for having me on.
Let's take a break from the show to hear about Srixon's ZX Mark II drivers.
ZX Mark II drivers are for major players, major winners, major power. All new ZX Mark II drivers, only from Srixon.
Hey, Tim, so Mason, it seems like a cool cat being able to do an interview, while he's working. I know I wouldn't be able to do that, but amazing round to be able to go out there 9 under. I'm curious. I mean, I think he's also as well curious how low he could have actually gone.
Yeah.
Within the 2 days if he was feeling that good.
Yeah, especially with the rain they had the second day. Obviously it was soft and wet, but I mean if the greens were really that receptive, I mean he just right. So 5 under. Let's just say he did another 4, so 9 under. I mean he could have had a 63 easy.
Yeah, I mean, any golfer knows when it's been raining either overnight or that morning, or even throughout the day when it starts raining, you can start attacking more pins. And those guys, everybody uses a rangefinder, but those guys use the rangefinder to the decimal, and they can actually go for these pins and hit it close. So, man, I wish they wouldn't have had to cancel half the holes, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. But yeah, I mean, it's, I joke a little bit about, he said, I don't know, maybe I've had a couple 63s. I don't know. Can't remember. I remember a number of years ago, Jen and I were in Phoenix doing golf school with our friend, the golf pro. And one of my students who was playing college golf at the time asked me to ask my friend a question. He said, what does it take to be elite and on tour? And I asked the pro that, and he said, go back and ask the kid how many times he's broken par. If he can tell you how many times he's broken par, he doesn't have it.
Because that's all they're focused on.
That's all they're focused on.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy who his name's Terry Hales, I probably played 100 rounds with him. I'd never seen him be over par. He took Jen's clubs one time, and we played at TPC, the stadium course. And I told you we play as far back as, to the end of the tee box. He took Jen's junior clubs and made par on a par 5.
Tell him how big he is.
And he's 6'3", 6'4".
Jeez.
Okay, so when
like using toothpicks at a barbecue.
And he says that he doesn't have it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's I don't want to get too far in the woods because we've got a really good guest coming up that you didn't even tell me about, and I'm mad at you for it. So I'm gonna let you introduce him, and you better tell everything about him because he deserves all the kudos, all the credit, and we've got to highlight this way more. I'm shaking my finger at you.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. Well, he does come from my tour, and like we did mention before, 64 at the last event, which is one of our lowest ones on tour. I mean, that's next to HB Kim status right there. But the crazy thing is he's still in high school. So let's bring him in, Mr. Isaiah Silva. What's up, Isaiah?
Gosh.
How's it going, guys?
Awesome. Isaiah, I apologize for him. I can only do so much.
I do a great job. Leave me alone.
You know, I can't tell you how impressed I am just hearing the little bit that I've heard. You know, first, okay, Chris had somebody shoot 64. Okay, that's great, but let's give you the credit that you truly deserve. Just so everybody understands, this is not a knock on anybody anywhere. Your first Golfweek tournament round was in April 17th of 2021. You were in the D flight and you shot 105. Okay?
Yes, sir. Yep.
So your last.
I'll tell you this: his dad was nervous to enter him because he was a junior golfer, barely starting to play. This kid's an all athlete: football, basketball, golf. What else?
So now I'll start to come out. So you play football and basketball too?
Yes, sir.
Oh my goodness gracious! And you're a state champion golfer.
Yes, sir.
17 years old.
Chris, yes,
sir. We've talked about this. I don't know how many times. We need to get more young golfers involved, and we need to get more. We need to get more young people involved in golf to begin with across the board, not just here on the tour, but across the board. And being able to highlight somebody like Isaiah like this is incredible. Isaiah, you deserve all the credit in the world, buddy.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
So tell us about, is 64 your lowest round ever? I my guess probably not at this stage.
64 is, but 7 under isn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was a par 71.
It was a par 71.
Okay.
So.
Wow.
Yeah.
So talk about this your round at the Lone Star Golf Club.
I just actually I my first Golfweek win was at Lone Star, and I was in the D flight. And whenever I had won, my dad had also won there at the same time.
How about that?
And so like leading up to it, we're just like, we both really wanted to win again there. And so like in the morning, I just hit a couple balls. I was just hoping to make a couple birdies. The first hole, I kind of pulled my drive a little bit, and then I hit it to about maybe 5 feet and made a putt. The next hole, it was a par 5. I birdied it. I had like a 3-footer. So it was just, it felt like a routine. It felt like it wasn't forced. It was just, to start off the day good, it goes a long way. It makes it really easier to go low. So
obviously it really does. So that day you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You had eight birdies, one bogey. I mean,
one bogey.
And Chris, it's just like we talked about with Mason. Everybody is going to have a hole. Even the best golfers in the world are going to have that. Even if you have one hole, I mean, it's still that's a really good round.
Thank you.
Yeah, and he went up against another young high schooler that's going to go play college golf next year, who also went under 3 under. So, I mean, it was a competition for most of the day. Until Isaiah kind of ran with it in the back nine. But yeah, man, I mean, you had that, then your event before, up there in your neck of the woods, you shot 75, second lowest that day. Having rounds like that and then going into Lone Star, you change your game a little bit or kind of just stay the same routine?
So like at Coachity, I struggled a little bit, and just leading up to Lone Star, I was actually just hitting the ball good. I was playing good. Funny thing, I had actually told my brother one of the days I was in Socorro playing on hole 10, and I forgot what I did. I think I almost like holed out or something, and I had texted him. I was like, dude, I'm hitting the ball too good. Something's just gonna happen. I'm either gonna shoot the course record or I'm gonna make a hole in one. I told him, And so like a week after that, I was on hole 10 again, and I had like 70 yards, and I almost dunked it. I hit like right next to the flag, and it hit the pin. And then I had like rounds where I just putted terrible, and I was still 3 or 4 under. So it was like leading up to it, I was playing good. I felt confident, and I was making a lot of birdies. Yeah, it just like whenever I started like that, like it just it felt good. It felt good to do that in a tournament, especially.
Well, you're doing great. Talk about your lead up into being a state champion and how that kind of came through for you.
So this past year was my junior year, and my 8th grade year, my freshman year, and my sophomore year, I've been all state, all three of those years. And so
I didn't know that.
yeah, so my 8th grade year, we played at Canyon Club in Albuquerque, and it's a tough course. It was playing tough. The greens get fast. The rough is thick, and I can't remember what I shot the first day. It was like maybe 86 or something. And after that day, uh, me and my dad kind of just had a talk, and it was just like kind of opened up my mindset a little bit. And the next day, I shot 77, and that was the low round of the day, actually. The course was playing pretty tough, and I was able to get all state honors, and that was just like it opened up my mind into like I know how I could play. And I was I was in 8th grade. I was still a young kid. And so my freshman year, we actually hosted state here in Socorro. And the first day, I after the first day, I was in second, but I was losing by 2 shots. And the second day, I like by like hole 5 or hole 4, it was already tied up, and just made a couple of mistakes, and by hole 18, I was down 2, and I took out my driver and I hit it into the water, and I ended up making a double bogey. So I got 4th place, I think, my freshman year. And so my sophomore year, we had state in Farmington, and leading up to that, I was actually playing pretty good. But man, the course conditions in Farmington, it was a good one. It was tough, and I just I was so the first day I shot even, and the second day I shot 2 over. I ended up losing by 2, and the second day I was actually 1 under for a while, probably up until hole 13, 14, and I just started like pressing myself and trying to do something, because the kid that was in first, I mean, I didn't think that he was gonna, mess up. But I mean, I just that was kind of like a maturing point for me, and I just got to be patient. And this year, so this year was actually crazy. So after the first day, I was we played in Turtleback at Elfin Butte, and after the first day, I was leading the tournament, and the second day, the whole front nine, not the whole front nine, the first 6 holes, 7 holes, I was cruising. I was 1 under, and so I made a couple mistakes coming in, and then we got to hole 11. It was a par 3, and I bogeyed it. And so I bogeyed it, and I was like, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna shake it off. And there was like the kid in my group. He was like, he had birdied like 4 of his last 5 holes. He was getting like pretty hot, and so I bogeyed that, and I was like, okay, I just need to relax or whatever. And I was not hitting the ball like good at all. I was hitting it everywhere, and it's hard to do that whenever you're playing a course like that. Like not very forgiving. And so on hole 12, it's a par 4, and I hit my driver down the middle. And so I have like, I don't know, maybe 155 yards in, and I go to hit a 9-iron, and it was pretty close to sinking the ball. I mean, I pushed it like right at the green, and I go up to the ball, and it's like on this bush, and instead of taking an unplayable, or actually it was hazard. So instead of taking a drop, I tried hitting the ball, and I went to hit the ball, and my club just took out the bush, and my ball just stayed there. And so I was like, man, like I took a second. I mean, so I chipped up, and I made a double. So I was down by 3, and I mean, my coach was there, and I mean, it's tough to not like get like frustrated whenever things like that happen. I mean, I know the last couple years I've had chances to win state, and it was just, it was hard not to get frustrated. But my coach just told me just be patient and trust the process, and so I ended up birdieing the next 2 holes. I went birdie, and there's a tough couple holes coming in, and I just parred out, and the kid ended up he made about a 5-footer to force a playoff on the last hole. So we went into a 3-hole playoff, and yeah, I mean, the playoff, it was a great experience. I just, the first hole, I mean, we both hit it down the middle, both hit it on the green. We barely missed our birdie putts, and we tapped it for par. The next hole, it was a pretty tough par 3. He missed his to the left. I hit the green, and he tipped up and had a tap in par, and I barely missed my birdie. And so we go into the next hole, we were tied, and then it's another par 3, and he went first, and there was a little bit of wind up there and stuff, and he hit his, and it landed on the back of the green, and it bounced off. And I don't know if you know, Chris, but hole 17 at Turtleback, if you're long on that hole, like I mean, you're in trouble. Yeah. And I hit mine to about 12 feet, and he chipped up, and his ball like rolled like to the front of the fringe. It was off the green, and so he had a par tip, and he almost made that. He gave it a good run, and so I just 2-putted, and that's basically how it went.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, at that course, did you have to walk it?
Yeah.
That's a tough walk, Tim. Like there's some tee to greens or greens to tees where it's a good 30-second minute drive, and they have to walk that thing in the mountains. That's pretty solid, dude.
Thank you.
So where's states this year?
Actually, they haven't announced it yet.
Okay.
I've heard a couple things that it might be here. So if it's here, that's pretty cool.
Hometown right there.
Yeah.
Is it a fall sport or a spring sport for you?
It's a spring sport.
Okay. So you got some time. Yeah, because you can't play golf and football at the same time. Or maybe.
Yeah,
you probably
this year I probably won't play football. I might play basketball, but I probably won't play football.
Okay. You just concentrate on golf and basketball?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. Did you have any schools looking at you?
Yes, I've talked to a couple schools. No like official offers yet. We're really waiting on it. Just trusting the process. But I mean, I've talked to a couple schools, so
good.
Hopefully, yeah.
Grades are good.
Yes, sir.
That's what it's all about. Dude, I'm so proud of you and what you're doing. And Chris, we got work to do, buddy.
Hey man, he's been recruiting a bunch of his friends to come play, which has been awesome. Your cousin played at Lone Star, won C flight, and now he's an A flighter because it's his first round. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm telling you, I will do better, Tim.
You got to highlight these stars, man, and especially these kids. I need to check with Dennis on this and remind me to do that. He may be the youngest player to shoot that low in
Let me
tour
know.
history.
I know Isaiah will be happy to hear that.
Mm-hmm. Probably what we need to do is get you out here in national championship in Hilton Head. Tell your dad you got to come, because if you talk about playing against some top quality players, it's the real deal. And I don't. This isn't the Joe Jaspers show, but Joe Jaspers, he's getting ready to qualify for the U.S. Senior Open. U.S. Senior Amateur. He's played in the U.S. Senior Open a couple times.
There's some good guys out there.
HB Kim, he doesn't play with you guys anymore, but he shot 63.
62 lowest round national championship
history. So got to get you out here and get you competing against some of these golfers from all over the country.
Yeah. Yep.
And that, you win that, you take that back to these colleges. They look at what are you waiting on, dude?
Yeah.
But Isaiah, thank you so much for spending some time with us. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Wish you the best of luck, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
All right, bud. Take care.
See you.
Let's take a break from the show to hear about Srixon's ZX Mark II irons.
A great iron set needs more than good looks. It's got to be fast and got to be pure. But good looks never hurt either. The all-new ZX Mark II irons from Srixon.
Tim, I apologize for not giving you his full bio. Isaiah's amazing kid, most respectful kid, probably one of the most respectful kids we got. But we have some kids coming out of El Paso that are going to be dangerous if we can get them out to nationals. We have a kid, Alex Hasso, who's actually playing in Junior Worlds right now in Pinehurst, trying to compete. We have another couple where their daughter's also out there trying to compete at Pinehurst. Trying to get her to come play, but she's a little nervous that she's the only girl out there. But I told her, you're going to come and beat the boys anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Right.
Don't show them what's up. So we've had a bunch of kids come through, and it doesn't look like it's going to stop, which is awesome.
Dude, that's so good to hear. Isaiah's going to be a star.
Yes.
And it's so good to see that. And we also need to make sure Dennis knows about those two that are playing at Junior Worlds, because we need to highlight them, across the country as well. We can get them on the podcast here, but maybe Golfweek can do something with them and highlight them. It's so important for the sport that we highlight when the juniors are doing really well, because all that's going to do is attract more juniors.
Right.
And we have to get younger. You and I have talked about that for years. We have to get younger, and we have to start letting others know about them.
And what I've noticed on my tours, and I'm pretty sure it's across the country, when these kids go from, they'll compete with us in high school, but once they get on a college team, you don't see them for 4 to 6 years.
Right.
Because maybe in the summer, if they're home visiting and they want to play one event, I know me as a director, if they want to play 1 or 2 events, I'll pay for their membership just to have them out there.
Right.
But then you don't see them all year because they're training, they're competing for their school, and you try to keep up the best you can, and you hope that their parents, let you know what's going on. But I'm gonna do better to keep everybody, at least on my tour, informed, because we've got RJ, Alex, Isaiah, Hannah out there. I've got a guy, Riley, who plays college golf out there in eastern New Mexico, I believe. Just a bunch of guys that have come through Golfweek and now playing college golf.
That's awesome. That's so good to hear.
And I know I'm not the only one either.
No, you can't be. You're right. You can't be on. But if you were, I'd tell everybody to move to El Paso in New Mexico. if you want your kid to be good at golf. But here's the other thing, and I'm not somebody who advocates always going for scholarships, but especially if you're a female golfer and you're decent, I mean, if you can shoot, low 80s, high 70s, there's spots out there for you.
Yep.
On college teams.
Yep. And that's all you're doing all day, so you're only going to get better.
Right. But it's so good to talk to both of them. Whether Mason just had a baby recently, and he's still shooting, not
60s.
9 under in the 60s. We got Isaiah, 17 years old, went from 105 to 64. State champion, all around good kid, good grades. Plays other sports, which to me I think is also critical. And I don't think people should be focusing on one sport, but it's so good to hear. Good, there's so many good stories out there, and that's one of the benefits of us doing this podcast. We get to hear about it.
Yep,
if
we get to highlight it.
If tour directors talk about it, I don't know.
Here we go.
No?
There we go.
So, I don't know if you've seen this. Yeah, just if tour directors can let us know so we can highlight them and share their story across the country. I mean, it's you know who's doing phenomenally well? Jared Stansel.
Really?
Yeah, he is doing phenomenal. He's got sponsors now. He's traveling all over the country playing golf, and doing really well. And not just doing that, but doing really well playing golf. Which, if you guys don't remember, he's the kid from Tampa with Down syndrome. I think his name on Facebook is Down syndrome golfer. Check him out. He's doing really, really well. And
Olympic
we can highlight these. Say again?
Special Olympic medalist?
Yeah. Love to get him back once and get his take on some of the things that he's been doing as well. But anyway, what else is going on?
Nothing much, man. A little break. As we're recording this, it's our 16-year wedding anniversary. So,
congratulations!
Once I hang up with you, I'm off air for the next 3 days as we celebrate.
Good for you.
And then back to golf. I say this every year, usually around this time, but it gets kind of sad when I have to go and do registrations and I have to go to the bottom of my tournament list because that means the season's almost done.
Yeah.
I think I just sent an email out. We have 2 single days, 2 majors, and a regional left.
Yep.
And then it's nationals. Go get some Stu subs and do it all over again.
Yeah. Well, so far this year, you've had a really good year from not just you personally as a golfer, but I'm talking about you as a tour. El Paso's had a really good year.
Yeah, we've had a great year. Averaging around 60 players an event, which I don't think I've ever had that average. So I'm super excited about that. Been getting some great ideas to do next year. I think our season-long contest that we kind of implemented this year has helped keep that excitement throughout the year, whether you're in last place or not, or first, because every tournament gets you points regardless.
Right.
It's been a lot of fun. Again, can't wait to see what happens this year, but I know we're going to finish strong, or next year, but I know we're going to finish strong this year, and I'm 2 away from the 150 club. So about to throw out a promotion to my guys to bring out a guest and get those two memberships.
Yeah, get it done. That'd be awesome if you get that. And then you personally have had a good year too. We talked about you hold on one regional championship, you're getting the handicap down. Yeah. You're getting back to
form
where you were. Yeah, which is good. Don't peak too early.
No, and even I played the Deming Invitational. I sent you pictures.
You
I
did.
don't think I've ever seen a tournament like that where we were watching the champ flight, the last group of the champ flight on Friday, and there was at least 50 carts around the green, and someone almost aced it from the tee box on a par 4. It rolled right by the pin. It was a cool experience, and just being able to see golf and everybody enjoying it, not stressing over a round of golf, which was nice.
Well, you sent me the auction in Calcutta with Jordan, which was that auction here was amazing, really good.
Yeah, that Calcutta was something else. The number 1 player in champ flight who played at NMSU last year, sold for over $5,000, which was insane. And what was cool was, so we had an event there at the Deming course this year for the first time, and they fell in love with Golfweek and what we do. And I just told them, look, the amount of money that you guys raise in the Calcutta, you need to take 10% and donate it to a local community. Whatever, Boys and Girls Club, golf teams around Deming, I don't care. I don't think anybody would be upset if you tell them at the beginning, hey, we're taking 10% and we're donating into whatever organization. You can make so much, as a tournament, you can make so much, a big difference in that community. And I think they're going to do that. So hopefully they do, but it was a great time. Anybody that's interested, that's listening, let me know. We'll see if I can get you on. I told them I'm going to bring 10 Golfweek guys next year, and we're gonna run all 8 divisions.
Well, Jordan had a good weekend. He finished second, didn't he?
Jordan finished second, in the championship bracket.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
I saved him from finishing second in the championship bracket.
You saved him?
Yes, because my cart was on the side of 18. And I was filling in my scorecard from the passenger seat. You'd lean over, filling in my scorecard so we can turn it in. And I hear a pop, and next thing you know, I'm waking up with 5 people around me checking on me. So his drive hit me in the back of the head.
So Jordan was the one that hit you?
Yep. And
I'm not laughing.
My cart was... No, you're fine. My cart was literally on the out-of-bounds line. And it kicked it back inbounds. And he didn't believe me at first until everybody, I had an ice pack and everybody was around me. And then he's like, nah, I didn't hit you. I hit the car. And they're like, no, you hit him square on the fly. And you would have been in the parking lot if it wasn't for him. So
that's funny. I'm sorry, but that's funny.
It is what it is.
If anybody, it could have been anybody else.
Right. If it had been any of the other 4 players or 3 players on that group.
Huh? Yeah, you want to see? Hold on. My little buddy wants to come back. Hold on. Here we go. There he is. You say hi to Chris? Say hi, Chris.
Yeah.
Here's my little buddy right here, aren't you? Yeah. So, yeah, we're working. No touching. There's no touching right now. I'll let you touch it later, okay? We'll talk about the computer.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. I don't want people thinking,
Anyways, but yeah, it was a great time. I already told Dana that her and the kids are going next year.
Okay.
I know, the 4-seater cart to rent, and we're just gonna enjoy 3 days of family time.
Good for you. That's awesome. Have you let's switch topics here real quick. Have you seen the new Will Ferrell Netflix show?
I saw the first 2 minutes and stopped.
Dude, watch it.
I can't.
Come on.
I can't stand him as an actor.
Oh, stop. You gotta watch it.
I'll consider it.
So I was holding the baby, and we watched it for the first time, and baby was sleeping, and I couldn't laugh. I said, Jen, this was probably not the best choice of picking because it's hilarious. I can't laugh because I don't want to wake up the baby.
Yeah. I guess.
Come on, man. You're better.
I'll give
than
it
that.
another try, but I tried like the first. I couldn't even get through his opening round at that tournament because it was just so. I don't know. I'll give it a try.
Come on, man. You're better than that. You're better than that. Tell you what, that should be your punishment for not letting me know about Isaiah. Should be your punishment. You have
to watch Will Ferrell's.
You have to watch Will Ferrell.
Oh man. Sorry, we've been preparing for Spider-Man and Doomsday and all that.
No, I get it. So I guess you didn't watch any Tour de France either.
That was this weekend?
It's a 21-day.
No, I haven't seen any of that.
Okay. We'll talk about it.
All right.
Yeah, now's not the time because I was pointing at you before. Now I'm going to start knife handing you. We'll talk about it.
Like a grandpa?
Exactly. So, all right, my friend. Enjoy your anniversary. Tell Diana I said congratulations on putting up with you for 16 years.
It's longer than that, but officially for 16 years.
That's awesome, dude. So happy for both of you.
Thank you.
All right, brother. Take care of yourself. We'll talk to you soon.
Likewise. Enjoy your grandkids.
I will. See ya.